G'day, this is Peter Cosgrove and I'm participating in the Happiness Project. Personally, I've been happy so many times, from childhood on of course, but it all snowballs into a person who feels fortunate. I'll just go back to when I first met my now wonderful wife of nearly 50 years. When I first met that young woman, we were both young, I was so happy. I thought, I've found this wonderful person, I hope we can make a go of it, and we have. So that's the sort of happiness that in my own life, kids, my military career, promotions, military missions that have gone well, opportunities which have made me think, how did I get here? That sort of thing has brought me to a stage where I'm content, and within that contentment, I'm pretty happy. Let me use as an example East Timor. There we were able to participate in the liberation to their own desires of nearly 1 million East Timorese, and to see them, the happiness on their faces when they realised they were safe and they had opportunities and that people cared about them and they could develop in the way they wanted to develop. They were gleeful, and the expressions on their faces was a lifetime experience for me and all the men and women of the whole force. 22 nations participated, thousands of men and women from overseas had got to the end of a mission, and personally I was leaving East Timor on a military ship coming back to Australia, and I can say that when we went to the jetty and I boarded the ship, that jetty was thronged with East Timorese people, and when we were getting on the ship they were cheering us to the echo, were swarming us, patting us on the back, and I thought, this is wonderful because nobody else has got this moment at the moment. I'm the fellow who's just absolutely absorbing every moment, and I thought, this is probably the crowning event of my military career, and boy was I happy. There's no doubt in my mind that as you get older, you do change your perception of happiness and your expectation of what will make you happy. And that's to do with the fact that you're now more of a spectator to many events than you are a participant. But that too can be very joyous. For example, grandchildren come along, or you watch your nation do something spectacular and you're broadly happy and you have a pang of happiness that things are going pretty well. So age brings with it expectation and a sort of a mature enjoyment, but it's still happiness. When I was crossing the road after I retired, in Sydney, I was in civilian clothes and I was at a pedestrian crossing. The lights were red and I was waiting for them to change. And there's a young fellow alongside me and he was looking at me and sidelong, and I could see he was trying to work out who I was. And I was in civvies, you see, I was in a suit. Anyway, we started to cross the road together and he couldn't help it. He came to me as we were walking along. He said, excuse me, didn't you used to be Peter Cosgrove? I was pretty happy at that moment.
Are you still Peter Cosgrove?
I feel I still am.